You rolling?
I'm rolling, dude.
With some audio, not slow-mo?
That's a sick audio.
Alright. It's 8:10. We were gonna leave at 6:30, but I'm glad I'm not in a rush today. Today we're going to Idaho. I drew an Idaho special tag, whatever you want to call it. I had to draw it. It's not a over-the-counter. It's one of these like alleged premier units. But Marcus and I are on this one, and we got like a 6.5 hour drive. It snowed last night. We were pulling a trailer with a 4-wheeler. We got a wall tent. We already cut wood, and so we're on our way. The plan for today is to hopefully get there. I think on our way in we'll be able to look at some country, but I don't think we're gonna have a real good scouting day until tomorrow. The goal is to get there, get all of our crop set up, and see what this unit has to offer. I haven't been able to find very much information on it at all. It's kind of a desert unit, but there's some drainages in it that we're gonna check out, and we're kind of hoping that these elk are gonna be migrating out of the mountains. I've never hunted elk in December before. There hasn't been a ton of weather, but there's been some weather obviously here and down there over the past 24 hours in the past couple of days. So we're hoping that the snow has them moving, and I think we'll dig them out. Hopefully we'll find a big herd like that out where we're going, but we still got about 6 hours until that. So good vibes though. Good vibes so far.
Nice little flat, snowy spot here. Got room to turn our trailer around. And
yeah, I think this might be it, man.
It's a little breezy, but we got the wall tent. Be all right.
We'll be all right. We didn't see a single elk on the way in, but we also didn't really stop and look. Didn't see very many tracks either, but I'm remaining optimistic. There's 100 tags for this unit, so there's other hunters about, but I think we saw one person on the way in. I'm pretty excited, but I'm also very cold right now. So we're gonna get this camp set up. Nice wall tent. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Randy. Is it Randy? Randy's originally?
Yeah, it's Randy's.
Well, thank you for giving that to Marcus so we can use it.
Yeah, I did. All right,
let's do it.
We got a lot of stuff. We're ready to stay here for like a week. That's a good way to ensure that you shoot one the first day, I found. You come
yes, sir.
Super prepared.
That's right, we came super prepared. This is the best crib I've slept in all season. Bo's was pretty nice, but I was only there for a day. But besides that, I've just been sleeping in tents.
Ooh, the big pad.
This is all my girlfriend Michelle's stuff, so thank you, Michelle, for loaning me your cot and big sleeping pad.
It's a classy setup right there.
It's pretty sweet. We got going, Chef Hockett.
Oh, not me that chefed this up. It was Scott Jones. He stopped by our house last night and he brought goose leg gravy that he made from some geese that he shot. And I don't know if he's in Nevada, California actually, but anyway, Scott Jones shot these geese. He made smoked goose breast and then took the legs, made gravy out of them. It's really good. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. A little mashed potatoes with that. Thank you, Scott Jones.
Thank you, Scott Jones. We love you, Scott Jones. He already knows that.
He knows.
Been looking forward to this tag all hunting season. This is the last one for our crew in 2020. I think Randy might be out doing some predator hunting, but this will be our last big game hunt for 2020. So hopefully we end on a good note.
Oh, Michael's gonna shoot a giant ass bull. big old.
We're looking for Big Hank.
Big Hank, 350 bull behind every tree.
Yeah, Idaho's been very tough for us this year as a whole group. But none of them they've all been general units, so you know, you get these glory tags and there should be 350s behind every bush, but turns out you probably have to work for it a little bit. I don't know. We're 10 minutes into the hunt this morning, so I'm still
20 yards from the truck.
Yeah, 20 yards from the truck. I don't even have my boots on. I did shoot my deer though 2 weeks ago in my Crocs. So on public land, it wasn't a cush hunt, man. It was had to get after it a little bit. I had to walk like 100 yards from my truck. And whenever I hunt with MH, Marcus Hockett, we roll as a team, so he's hunting too as well. He just doesn't get to pull the trigger.
Unless we see chuckers.
And then he can pull the trigger.
Then I'm shooting a chucker. Yeah, it is like just the amount of snow that makes stuff hard to spot.
Yep.
Or it's like splotchy.
We're about, I don't know, like an hour into our hunt maybe today. We're kind of just checking out a bunch of spots, like I said earlier, but haven't seen any tracks yet, which is not a good sign. So I think we're not going to mess around too much longer in this area. There's one more spot we want to go look at further north, but those elk are trying to, I don't know if you can see the mountains behind me, but they're trying to come down from that. I don't know if there's a lot of resident elk in this area. Sounds like there might be some, but we're really hoping that they're coming out of these mountains. We're pretty far away from those mountains right now, so the plan for this afternoon, later this morning, is to go up this really, really long road. It'll probably take us, I don't know, Marcus and I are thinking it's probably gonna be all day to get over there. It's kind of a bad road, but hopefully there's elk over there. I'd be more excited about this stuff if we were seeing tracks, and no fresh tracks means there haven't been elk in this area, so just keep on doing this until we find them. We've seen 0 elk tracks today. Big old 0. The only thing we've seen is cows and antelope. So Marcus and I just got out here to the spot. It's the least eroded area we could find. This is one of the spots Marcus found when he was e-scouting. So basically we're gonna walk these rims and look kind of down into some of these draws, but it took us all of 2.5, 3 hours to get here. It was a long, long ways and covered probably, I think it was like, as the crow flies from our last spot, it's probably like 30 miles away. We're hopeful that this spot will be holding some resident elk and not so much the migratory elk coming out of the mountains, but we'll see. We're gonna do a nice loop here. It's about 1:15 now and got a few more hours of light, so pretty hopeful for this one. Some more gnarly country, canyons, draws, should be good. It's gnarly stuff here. It's crazy how it just goes from flat, flat, flat to whoosh. Whoa. We got a nice little squall coming in. I don't think it's gonna last too long, but it's definitely gonna hinder our visibility for a little bit. I don't know what you think, Marcus, but I think we should tuck up and try and glass a little bit. Looked over this spot pretty good. Gonna go find another spot and look at it.
Michael, remember to bring Windex.
That's how you know you're legit.
Purebred road hunter, as Shed Crazy would say. Yeah, we're ready now. I mean, the nature of the game is The most effective strategy is going to be driving roads and looking for tracks, because there's literally roads on every single ridge here.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, let's find tracks, and then we'll start hiking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I'm at right now, because
Yeah.
this unit's like huge. I don't know, 100 miles by 100 miles, I bet.
Oh yeah.
That's like, it's a huge unit.
Easily.
Find tracks. Let's go. Let's
do
go.
We like to have a good time, that's for sure. Even when it's slow. But we're gonna find them, hopefully. We're in a sick new spot. It's pretty sweet. We're gonna go walk out to a little node. Take a little look-see. Got like an hour. I get 2 hours. A little less than 2 hours. We found a elk track, it looks like.
This is the best thing we have going for us, man. This is super exciting. It appears to be going this way. Let's start following it. Dude, that's a lone big bull. He's probably, judging by the size, I'm going like 330, 335 maybe. That's what I'm guessing.
Should we go class that way then?
They're here somewhere. There's a big old pile of elk here too.
Got 20 minutes, 25 minutes until the sun sets. Marcus picked up some tracks and we've been kind of following around. Can't really tell because we don't know if it's 3 bulls, and we've seen 3 beds, but we don't really know if it's 3 bulls or how many bulls it is. The tracks are a little old, but we're gonna peek over some of these little ridges and see if we can pick them up. We got some elk sign. It's good. Dude, that scared the crap out of me.
Sonic boom.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's spider jets. Breaking the sound barrier.
That scared the crap out of me. Could be anywhere. Those fighter jets may have scared him out too. Scared the crap out of me. Whew. I don't know what it is. Wrapping up. Got like 5 minutes of light left probably. Cut some elk tracks tonight, so there's hope. Day 1, all hope is not lost. We saw some good looking tracks, probably bulls, definitely bulls. Just haven't laid eyes on any elk yet, so hopefully we can do that tomorrow and shoot one. I'm happy to be out here. The weather's not too bad. It's a little nippy out, but cool country. It's kind of weird. You drive these flats for forever and then you look and see a canyon like this. It's insane. So, anywho, we're gonna walk back to the truck. We got a long drive back. That's it for us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully with a big bull in our sights. It's a new day. We are about to head out. We got 4 minutes till bingo, as my mother would say, which means we got 4 minutes till we're gonna leave. We're gonna check out some new areas today. Do a lot of glassing, a lot of driving, some walking, and we're gonna find an elk today. That's what I think. What do you think?
I like it. I think we are.
Yeah. Usually there'd be a lot more weather in here, and there'd be elk coming down from the mountains, from the bordering unit, and there just hasn't been much weather this year. So from what we've seen yesterday, is they haven't migrated down, or if they have, we're in the completely wrong area. But I don't think that is the case. I think that the areas that we were looking at yesterday were prime. So we're gonna continue to just go look, and I think it's gonna be a needle in the haystack. That's what we're dealing with. Didn't really cover that very well yesterday, but about to head out here and be looking for some elk here shortly. Oh, I got my truck. It's stuck. We're stuck here, high and centered on a rock. Yeah.
Loose, which is good. It's like I can't get it out.
Yeah.
I'm in neutral. Oh, fudge.
Oh, stop. Just wait. I'll move that rock.
We got out. Thanks to the help of Marcus Hockett. Thank you, sir, for that.
Luckily we weren't really stuck too bad.
We weren't like super stuck, but I had the parking brake on because I put it at 4 low. And yeah, sometimes you leave the parking brake on and then you wonder why you can't go forward or backwards. And you're like,
I'm like, your tires aren't spinning.
it's like, oh yeah, that's probably why. All right, let's find them.
Let's go.
What we're doing right now is we're just covering as much ground as possible via the truck. It would be stupid to walk this stuff because if I walk 400 yards that way, there's another road. It's BLM. So if you're familiar with hunting the West and a lot of Bureau of Land Management land, it's usually heavily eroded, and in this case it is. So apologize for the boring footage, but I'm hoping that it pays in dividends when we find a big desert bull out here. We're gonna go check some public close to private near some ag fields and see if there's resident elk kind of keying in on that food source. It's December, so the elk need food and they need sanctuary. I think there's sanctuary here theoretically because there's not a lot of hunting pressure. So like they can hang out here and feel pretty safe. The elk obviously aren't here from the migration, so we got to find the needle in the haystack. Maybe some of you guys have hunted antelope or whatever and you've seen the random sagebrush bull. That's what we're looking for right now. And there's just not a lot of them. So we're gonna stick with it and hunt hard and look as hard as we can, but right now that's the plan of attack, and we'll kind of do that today. And if we don't find anything today, then we're definitely gonna go back to where we saw those tracks yesterday, and we're gonna work off of the best information we find. All right, 1:30, man. We've been driving for a long time. Marcus and I are about to bang ourselves across the head with a 2x4 if we could find one. But just made it to this cool little canyon over here. Haven't seen any tracks today, but remaining optimistic. We're gonna hike this rim for a bit, stretch the legs out. We've been itching to get out and do some walking, and we'll see if we can pick one up. It's cool country. It's a lot better than the flat stuff we've been looking at. Be sick to see a bull.
Sure would.
You can just see so much country up here and just nothing. That's alright, just keep on looking, huh?
That's all we can do.
All you can do is just try your hardest. I mean, I feel like that's what we're doing. I feel like we're trying our hardest. It may not seem like it, but we are. We're trying our hardest. I feel like if there was a bull, we would see it. Or we would have seen it. We're gonna head back to the truck. Look for another spot. That's all you can do, baby. That's all you can do. It's pretty amazing how much country you can see and not seeing elk. So that's all right. Still out here hunting. Can't complain. Sometimes this happens, especially on a migratory hunt where there's no elk migrating. But I'm not gonna make any excuses. Just gonna keep on looking hard. The good news is I just checked the forecast for tomorrow, and we're supposed to get 2 inches of snow, 2 inches of fresh pow. So we're probably gonna. I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself, but if this is kind of a bust today, we're gonna head back to that spot tomorrow, and if there's fresh pow in there, we'll see where those elk are. Yep. 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 Come on. Where you at? Come on. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep. I'm sure many of you, and if you haven't yet, you might relate to this, where like you're all excited about an elk hunt, you've been waiting for it all year, and you come out, and for 2 days you don't see anything. Who knows, we may not see something tomorrow either. But it's still fun being out here, being in like the natural world. Sometimes the cards are stacked and not in your favor. So I'd say that's kind of what's going on here, but we're gonna have to do the difficult thing and find the resident elk, which there's not very many here. But that's the only way we're gonna be able to kill a bull on this, at least this leg of the trip. We're kind of in the furthest east spot of this unit that we have deemed to be quality elk habitat, whatever you want to call it. So we don't have a whole lot of more spots to go to. It's kind of the end of this road, but we're gonna keep on looking and looking and looking and looking until we find one. I feel good about tomorrow though. Marcus is gonna go kill some Hungarian partridge.
Jealous.
Go get him, kid. This might be the only meat we get on this trip.
Slippery.
Yoo-hoo! Yeah!
Hungarian partridge, or gray partridge.
Oh, I use those things for soft tackles.
This is terrifying.
Nice, dude.
There's some Huns in the middle of the road. They took off and landed over there. Ran over there and got one.
That thing's sweet looking.
They're tasty buggers.
All right, dude. Well done.
What should we do for dinner?
Okay.
We got that Hun. Cook that sucker up.
Anything sounds good to me.
Butter.
Butter's good.
We're eating mostly meat.
That's Scott Jones goose.
Scott Jones goose. Providing for us for 3 days in a row.
Content?
See how the hunt is. Pretty dang good. Pretty fresh.
Thing was alive 2 hours ago.
Those are good for legs, for just throwing them in butter. Not too stringy. Heck yeah.
Way to get
Great
that
partridge.
thing. Way to get that sun gun.
Run them down.
Oh yeah.
Little hind leg.
This is the first time I've had hum.
Hmm?
It's really good. Tastes like chicken, but better. Yeah, today was a slow day, but we checked out a lot of areas, crossed a lot of places off the map. And tomorrow, the plan is we get up early because it's a long drive in there. But we're gonna go back to that spot where we saw the elk tracks last night. And there's supposed to be some fresh snow on the ground in the morning. I think it's gonna be snowing pretty heavily when we get up and on our way out there. But we're gonna hoof it and find some tracks, cut some tracks, and go after some elk. And if there's some bulls in there, we're gonna find them. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to come back tomorrow and tune in, because I have a feeling that we're gonna be in some hot and heavy action. So that's it for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.